Hello, hello, hello. Happy Sunday. Doug starts whining immediately. Happy Sunday, my crafty friends. If this is your first time here, we are hopefully wonderful people who craft wonderful art. Ben's still whinging. We're wonderful people who craft wonderful art and who crafting a career or at least financial a bit of happiness for ourselves using our creativity. And in today's show, I have can you hear the dog panting? Ben is just lying next to me panting. This is the professional bit of my stream where camera's going for a walk. Now he's stopped. Now he's on it, and there's my feet. There's Ben. So today in our show, I have a couple of things, and I want to ask you guys which order I should do these in because this is our show. I have some amazing craft supplies. I have some new eyes, not these eyes. I have some crafty eyes that I think you guys will totally love, hopefully, and I want to show them to you. And I also want to talk about, what do I want to talk about? I want to talk about Eatsy's done an announcement, well, in a presentation they talked about considering return guarantees, so I want to talk about that as well. So let me know what I should start with, because this is our show. It's not just my show, it's our Sunday show. And yeah, I had a week off last week and I've totally forgot how to set everything up, so hopefully it's all working. So hello everybody, let's dive into the chat. And we have Wendy Taylor, congratulations, out of bed. But yeah, great to see you. And Magdalena, hello. Wallifer, did I say that right? Wallifer, I like that. That sounds kind of Scottish. Hello. And Daniela from Italy, hello there. And Moon Lovers Jewelry, hello everybody. Right. Wendy missed the beginning. She's fighting with her kid. Right. I can't remember your kid's name. Wendy, kid, behave. You've been told. I've told you, behave and go tidy your room and do all the stuff. Oh, Sandra's Wellify. Awesome. I should have realized that, but I'm an idiot. So Sandra, hello. Yes, I know you. Magdalena says showcase the craft supplies. Wendy, Olivia, right. Olivia, tidy your room, sit down, be quiet, behave. Cook Wendy some awesome breakfast. It's Father's Day, but cook Wendy some awesome breakfast. There you go. Olivia, behave. Right. Does anyone else want their children telling off? Okay, showcase the craft supplies. Right. So these are, I have to remind myself what they're called. Hit the right buttons, Pam. These are glass eyes from Glass Eyes Online. If you remember, the wonderful people, I did an interview with them earlier on in the year, and I've been using their eyes forever. And they have got a new range out. It's just about to be launched super soon, but they kindly offered to send me out a sneak peek to trial, to have some ideas. And this stuff is called, this is Confetti Neon Glass Eyes. Does that not sound awesome? Oh, what have I done with everything? So hopefully the camera will pick them up. I will be working with them later on, and I'll try and get some better pictures. I'll try and crack out the big camera and get some good pictures, but I have to share these with you. They are so cool. Check the chat again. I'm guessing my mum's saying she wants her daughter told off. When she's saying me, she wants her daughter told off. So Dawn, behave yourself, and Wendy, you too, and not me because I'm perfect. Wendy wants to see the craft supplies too, and she's a dad too. Yeah, absolutely. Sandra needed to change the account because it beeps too much. Notification storm. Right, okay, we're going to start. Don't want to show you too much, but the Russell. The Glass Eyes Online people asked me what kind of sizes I usually use, and I said I usually work between about 4 and 6 millimeters. And they're going to send me a selection, and well, I'll show you what they sent me in a minute. But we're going to start, because obviously the smaller eyes are, the less detail is in them, but I make quite small sculptures. So we'll start with the 4 millimeter size. Now I said these were neon confetti. Right, so the smaller size are still awesome, but not you'll see in a minute, not quite as awesome. So we'll start here. We'll go from least awesome to most, but they're still awesome, right? I'm also trying to pick out the colors I like least, first of all. So camera, will you show this? Oh, that's not bad. Right, so right, let's try a super close up. Camera, can you do that? No, it really can't, can it? So the tiny ones is in neon colors. Is that even going to pick up? Now, it is difficult to see, but these, I should have got more light on this. It is a neon kind of color. It's almost iridescent, but I mean, this is 4mm. Give my poor little webcam a chance. But this is like a yellow color, but it's kind of iridescent. It catches the light beautifully. What's my other least favorite colors? There's a kind of orange color. As you'll see, right, if I can show as well, the back of them have sort of the color painted, have a blob of the color on the back so you can see what color it is, but also when they get bigger, hopefully this will be so much clearer and you'll be able to see. So there's this kind of orange color as well. If I hold that by my top, that shows, yeah, there we go, that gives you a better idea. That's why I wore a black top, so remember why I did that. So you can see this is a kind of orange color. It's still pretty cool, but these are my least favorite. What else is there? There's this kind of bluey, oh, that's showing up perfect. That's showing up nice. They are so titchy at 4mm. Yeah, this kind of neon blue color. They're on a wire, they've got the black pupils and then this bright neon color. So difficult to show properly, but I think you get an idea. It's literally almost iridescent. You've got the blue, but there's little different color flecks in it, but it's so tiny. More colors. More. I've got so many colors here. Ooh, there's a black one that snuck in. Is it black? Black one snuck in by mistake. Oh, there's a, oh, I'm going to drop some of these. There's a kind of pinky orange color. That is so cool. Let me look at it. Yeah, it's a little more pink than it should. It's kind of my hair color. Most cool. And obviously, oh, no, there's a different one. What's this one? There's a kind of another blue one. It's more true blue than the green blue. That's kind of awesome too. And yeah, we always save purple till last because purple's awesome. So, oh, that kind of for a second, that's showing up the sort of iridescent one. The purple sort of casts pinks and blues. So that shows it's not quite as much as it's showing on the camera, but you get little glints of pink and little glints of blue in the purple. Very awesome. So that's the 4mm ones, and I'm glad they sent me a selection. Now I got these, I opened the 4mm and I thought that's awesome. They're really bright iridescent neon colors, which is great fun for doing things, and I'm going to have so much fun with them. But 4mm is tiny. Most people I know work a bit bigger than that. So move on to 5mm. Hopefully you'll be able to see these a little better. But the magic starts happening at 6mm and above. So we started with yellow. So hopefully this will show. And you can, I think you can see up a little bit better the sort of a yellow blob on the black back. You'll see why this is, or I think why this is. But here is the yellow, and you can see, I think that's kind of showing up. It's got an almost orange iridescentness to the yellow. Such striking colors. I know this is just a webcam, so it's not the best. When I pull out the big camera, you'll see even better, but they are so pretty. And then there's the peachy orange color, and it is neon. They're literally almost day glow. This is going to be so fun to put into projects. And yeah, the greeny blue. I think this would be cool for a spectacular cat or something. That is such a bright. You can see so it's like it's lit up. That's glowing, and that it is. When I say greeny blue, it's casting green and it's casting blue all at the same time. Let's skip to the purple. And the purple, as you can see, there's blue in there and there's purple and there's kind of pink pinks. It is a gorgeous colour, really, really pretty. Isol, hi there, how you doing? Okay, so we've done the 4 and the 5mm. They're gorgeous. They're better. Can the camera pick up them if I put my face away? Come on, camera, focus. Okay, it's not really better with or without my face, is it? But you get an idea of how bright and awesome those colours are. But, the magic starts. The magic starts at 6mm. And I totally get, like, it's difficult to do anything spectacular on such a tiny scale. So just like this is so cool. And this is why it's called confetti neon. You'll see. You're just going to see. Is everyone ready for their minds to be blown? I love this. Right. Let's see if we can get the yellow first of all. Right, how good is this going to show up? Not very, but you'll see better in the bigger one. Oh, that's a paint. Right, camera's not quite getting it. I will describe what I'm seeing, and then because you can see there's different colors in there, and what this is, it's the neon yellow eye that we just seen in the smaller size. But on top of the neon yellow, let's try and get this so you can almost see this. On top of the neon yellow, there's like funfetti. There's confetti. There's little bits of different colors in there. Oh, camera, can you please try? Right, it's not focusing, but you get an idea. Inside the yellow, there's bits of blue and bits of pink, and so pretty. Oh, that's annoying that it's just not picking up, but that was the yellow. So my thinking is it's got the eye, and then they've literally put in little teeny bits of gorgeous iridescent neon colored confetti, and it's sealed in with the color. So the one with the yellow back shows yellow, but it's also got all the other colors. What color are you? So it depends how much confetti there is in there. So the green, bright neon green, but when you look, it's got all the other colors. So it's loads of different colors. So cool. Hopefully we'll see it on the bigger ones. Right, let's pull up the purple. I think it will show better. Yeah, this is a blue, and you can see tons of other colors in. Right, now camera, this is your job. You show us because I have some 8mm ones. This should hopefully be big enough for the camera to catch something of, and you can see them better. But I will take some better pictures with these as well. I'm super excited with them, and I'm not annoyed that a cheapo little webcam can't show these as good as a fantastically expensive camera. But right, let's see what this is going to show us. So this is a yellow one first of all. Right, camera. Right, let's try it. I have a little black mouse pad thingy so we can put it against it. Are you gonna my hand's in the way. Oh, this is so annoying. This is so annoying. I want to show you them in all their perfection. And the reason I'm hiding my face, cameras, if you don't know, cameras try and focus in on your face. And if there isn't a face, then they'll try and focus in on the nearest thing. So that's why YouTubers do this kind of thing. Come on, camera. Oh, you can, right, sort of seeing this. Tiny little flecks of lots of different colours there. But it's so iridescent and bright. I'm going to pull together all the colours, see if any of them show up better. So that's a green, but the main colour is green, but there's so many different colours in there. And there's a pink one. Come on, show us the pink. Show us. That's kind of showing us a little bit. So it's pink. That noise is Ben having a scratch. So it's pink, but it's got little flecks of awesome other colours in it. And there's the purple. You can see just some of that. Right. Is that not magical, fantastical beasts type colour? That is so gorgeous. Right. And what is this? This is a blue. But that's just the background color is blue, but then it's got all these sparkles. I know how I can show you guys these better. I've got an idea. and that's orange. So, so pretty. So anyway, that's these. And this is, if you're in my Pam Duthie's Crafty Friends Facebook group, I asked a few days ago what you would do if you had magical, mystical eyes, what kind of creatures you would create. And so you were all giving me ideas of what to create. And now I've got them. I've got such ideas. Right, but what we want to do, I will screen share. Okay, where's the tab so I can move this? Right, so if you have not already seen, Glass Eyes Online also have a Facebook page where they did do, everyone should sign up for that if you're interested in these kind of things, where they gave us a sneak peek of these new confetti neon eyes, so you can get a better look. I mean, these are obviously the big ones. So you can see here we've got the purple, and it's just got bits of funfetti stuck inside. It's got different coloured thingies, different coloured specks. So it's purple, but with all these different colours, or like blue with all the colours, yellow with all the colours. Is that not fantastical and awesome? Great. So I hope you guys all loved seeing that, and I'm so looking forward to making them. I think most definitely the purple is going to have to be some kind of fantastic dragon. That there's no getting around that. I have a vision in my head. We'll try and get him done soon. I think some kind of, I'm seeing cat. I'm seeing a cute cat. Maybe a tiger with a green one. That would be cool. A cute tiger creature. And oh, someone suggested a mermicon, a mermaid unicorn. I think some of the blue might be nice for that. So loads of ideas of things to try. Right, while we're on the screen sharing, I want to get round to this Etsy announcement. So what this is, blog, I've got a link in the description of this video, found on this e-commerce bites blog, and they're just talking about Rachel Glazier of Etsy indicated during a presentation, so there was a cross-sector insight conference on Tuesday this week, and they said Etsy's considering return guarantees, like, I was going to say what Amazon has, but I don't think they have anymore, what Amazon used to have. But basically the idea for guaranteeing that customers can return things, and people are up in arms, and I kind of totally understand this. Right, let's just make this easier. Look at my ugly mug while I'm sharing this. Am I back to my face? Because you don't want, we're not playing read along with me, that doesn't work very well. So yeah, yes, back to my physig. So we'll go through this. So people are totally up in arms at the idea of this, but firstly, it is just something they're thinking about. Etsy think about so many things. Before this becomes an actuality, it will run tests. And also, the thing is that most people don't realize, it's been EU law for years now that if you buy something online, no, it's sight unseen, if you buy something online, you have the right to return it if you hate it. So that's always been a thing. And I know that kind of sucks a bit if you're a small business and stuff, but most people love the items they get. But it has to work both ways. We all know there's a risk buying things online. You don't want to just buy something and it's nothing like what you thought it would be. So you have to have the option to return things. So they're saying Etsy can help remediate returns for buyers having difficulties. So Etsy are now wanting to send out the message to buyers that we've got your back. Now, they're not saying who's going to pay for these returns or how it's going to be done. It's just something. It's a thing they can already do, but they say they don't promote it right now, but they're thinking of making it a guarantee. An Etsy guarantee is something they might consider moving forwards. so that people know that there's a way to get an item returned if they wanted to. And this makes sense. Most people with Etsy shops have really good customer service, but some people come and they're basically just on the lookout, assuming that people are going to be scamming them right away. So if a customer wants to return anything or something, they're just immediately, no, I'm not going to do that. So just make sure be clear in your policies about returns and everything like that. Be clear on cancellation policies. Think about things as a customer as well. And if it comes to, if you put into your shop that, if someone changes their mind, they can, if they return, they can get a refund minus shipping price. That's fair. It's saying, interestingly, she was not asked who would fund such a guarantee. Etsy itself, Etsy sellers, or a mix, which totally makes sense. Sometimes, like Etsy did a trial on free shipping, and the shops that were included in the trial, Etsy paid for them. Etsy, supposedly, I'm hearing people are having trouble getting their money back, but Etsy did pay for that. So it's possible that Etsy would cover these refunds returns, so that's cool. And she said Etsy is much more demand focused, so focused on buyers. That there's a new team in Etsy. There's always new people coming in and out, so they're saying they're more buyer focused than the previous management. It doesn't necessarily try to do what sellers are asking for, but do what's best for the seller, which is getting more sales. So I get what they're saying, but if you read this, it sounds pretty cold, and it kind of is. They're sort of saying they care about the buyer buying more things. They care about sellers as a total on the site selling more things. They kind of don't care about the individual seller, which is a bit sucky, but yeah, it makes sense. I'm sorry. So talking about the 80-20 rule, saying the minority of sellers have the majority of the gross merchandise sales. And we know that, only something like 5% of sellers sell over 1,000 items. So it kind of makes sense that they put more focus into the ones that are selling the most. I know this all kind of sucks. So yeah, okay, this is harsh. I understand, but I think she could have said it more diplomatically. When a seller churns off the site, we rarely lose the gross merchandise sales because there's so much supply that if we lose a particular seller, there's plenty other sellers with the same product to satisfy the demand. So we're less focused on the seller churn dynamic. I get that. What they're saying is, if there's 200 people selling a certain thing, Etsy are going to focus on what's the best way for the buyers to get the thing that they want. And that might not be the best thing for all 200 of those sellers. So if 20 of them leave, it's a bad thing for those 20, but overall for Etsy, it's not necessarily a bad thing. So if we're focusing on what the buyers want and sort of ignore what Etsy's about, they're not there for us. That's kind of what she's saying. I understand what she's saying, but wow, she needs some work on how she says things, is my thinking on a first reading of this thing. Asked about the threat posed by Amazon, which is a handmade marketplace, she said that Etsy has what she called a competitive moat. I think Amazon has a good amount of supply on their handcrafted items, but nowhere near the 60 million that we've created. And she's quite right. This is all the other, like Amazon handmade, eBay stuff that's handmade. Believe it or not, although these are huge sites, the handmade bit is tiny compared to Etsy. Etsy does still corner the market for individual handmade, handcrafted items. So yeah, she's right. We're kind of awesome. Um, Etsy is kind of awesome. As I said, I get what she's saying, but I read through that and I was like, oh wow, she's a terrible public speaker. Um, that is really bad. But I understand it. What she is saying is the focus isn't on crying if they lose 20% of the bottom sellers. And that may look, I've got some videos coming out about all sorts of numbers and things, but I'll try and remember. In the first 2 years of opening any small business, in the first 2 years, one quarter of new businesses will fail. In the first 5 years, half of them will fail. So, yeah, but I don't see that as a bad thing. I see that as if we buckle down and power through this difficult time, we're far more likely to succeed. And another number, this is a video that's coming up, but I'll sneak peek in. Another number for, I think most of us here are of a certain age, and it says people who start a business in their 40s are 21 times more likely to succeed. I think it's 21. I might be making up numbers. Let's just say people who start a new business in their 40s are way more likely to succeed than someone starting a business in their 20s. So yeah, look, it's not a bad thing. We just have to ride it out. We jump in, settle down, work, stay in our lane. Other people who aren't as dedicated will fall away, and Etsy doesn't care if they fall away. We just have to make sure it's not us. Does that kind of make sense? Right, I'm gonna I'm gonna check the chat. I'm not sure if I've been speaking absolute rubbish. Sandra, never understood digital downloads and the return laws. My customers can't send their file back, or they can, but they don't need to delete it. Yeah, I'll have to look into digital downloads, because you can't really send it back, because once you've downloaded it, you've owned it. Yeah, I totally get that. I'll have to look into that. I'm not sure at all what that is, because I suppose, I mean, there has to be some feedback if your if someone buys a digital download and instead of what they promised, it's a thing that goes, haha, sucker. Um, then yeah, you should be able to get your money back. I suppose it's a different thing. It's not a return, it's a money back for the item being rubbish. I keep wondering if I can say sucky here, because that's what the item means, sucky. I'm testing this to see if YouTube are going to demonetize this video for me saying that. We'll see. Wendy, I'm sure you'd have a hard time ranking if they had to refund. I bet that would be not great for sellers. Yeah, it's difficult. I think so. I haven't looked into it, but someone said like Amazon used to let you return everything. I know there's been times where I haven't read things properly and bought things in the wrong size, and I was able to get them completely refunded. I wasn't charged for shipping or anything. And I thought that was great customer service. But then the other way around is, yeah, that was my mistake. And I believe they are saying if people are really overdoing this, then they can like lose their Prime account, or Amazon notices, and so you can get hit if you're totally ordering stuff and sending them back all the time. And that's tough because people, well, they do it in regular shops as well. They'll buy something, use it for the event they wanted to use it for, and send it back. So to cover yourself for that, make sure that you have obvious labels in places that would prevent people being able to wear it to an event. So there is that. For the ranking, I don't think that would, well, no, I bet you that would hurt the ranking. Yeah, good thinking. That would probably count towards your shop score if people bought off you quite a lot and then demanded refunds. And that kind of should. I mean, obviously there's always going to be some people who aren't happy. But I've had nearly 1,000 sales and 3 or 4 people, touch wood, 3 or 4 people that weren't like happy, and I ended up refunding them. But if so 1 or 2 is going to happen. But yeah, if people are keeping buying off you and wanting refunds, then I suppose that should go into your shop score to say, yeah, there's something wrong with this shop. Because it could be that your photographs and your description aren't clear enough and people aren't getting what they wanted. So yeah, that makes sense. But oh, hiccups. I'm the caffeine thing. I'm back onto Coke, and it's giving me hiccups. Um, yeah, so it wouldn't necessarily be the greatest for sellers. Sandra, oh, how I love my little site. But I know this sounds sucky, but okay, so there's a new person in charge of a seller team on Etsy, and their focus is on buyers. Do you know what? I was around way before she was on the team. I was probably around way before she was out of school. I've been on Etsy for longer than these. I'll ride her out. Oh no, that didn't sound like I will. I'll ride out this storm. She'll be gone. There'll be other things, but yeah, I think there's no point in us freaking out about things just to look and go like, "Wow, she's terrible." Hopefully, she'll tone it down in a bit. But yeah, she's not very good politician. Um, but overall, a lot of these things they say, "Oh, we're thinking about trying this," and then they think again and they go, "Maybe not." But what I'm taking from that, what she's saying is, I don't care if a bunch of sellers complain about this if buyers like it. So that kind of makes sense. We're just going to have to protect ourselves. She's just saying the focus is on what the buyers like. So I get that. She's probably being, had a look in all the forums at every time anything happens, the 200 people who cry and protest. Yeah, you have to not focus on them. We have to not stress about complaining about every little change and see what it does for us. At the end of the day, if it makes buyers feel more secure to buy from us, and they're not actually returning things in great quantities, hopefully they shouldn't. If our items are awesome and they fall in love, then they shouldn't be desperate to return them. So if it increases the confidence of buyers, then it could be a good thing. I'm not gonna say I hate it. It might not even come into fruition. It might not happen. It might just be a test that happens, and if it's a test, then Etsy will pay us for the test, hopefully. But yeah, customer service is super important, so we'll see. Um, Antonio, I have no idea what you're saying, but awesome. But hello. Yeah, so guys, that's what's that's what's been said there. Um, Antonio, something about Venezuela. I'm sorry, I only speak English badly. If anyone knows what they're saying, please let us know in the chat because I would love to know. But yeah, my language skills are terrible. But anyway, guys, that's what I had for you today. I thought we would chat about that thing. Let me know what you think about us having a chat about the business things that I'm finding out, these new things. If it's interesting to have a chat about the articles and anything basically that you guys find that you're thinking, what is this? What's Etsy talking about? I've heard this rumor. If you let me know any kind of things that you would like to bring up in these chats, and we can have a chat about it and going forwards. Oh yeah, final, very quick, kind of quick thing, because it was just mentioned in the groups today. I can't. Right, I'm rubbish. I can't remember who mentioned it, and I don't want to go back. I'm terrible at remembering names. But talking about creator burnout and losing your creator mojo, and that is such a thing. I think just to be aware of that, it's hard. If it's awesome to be a creative person. It's absolutely awesome to try and craft a career out of being a creative person, to try and create financial independence, to try and do all of these things. But it also kind of sucks quite a lot once you get into it. It's not like when you're just being artistic and you get up and you go, I feel like being artistic, I'm gonna make something. Yeah, if it starts to become your career, it's not, I feel like doing it today. It's, this is my job. I've got to do it today. So sometimes you've got to push through. Sometimes you've just got to make stuff even though you don't feel like it. And that's tough and that sucks. And also sometimes you burn out. You've been working hard. You've been excited. You've been motivated. You've been pushing yourself. And the adrenaline's going to run out sometimes. That happens. Or your confidence. You've made stuff, but do you really want to show it to people? Will people like this? All these things are real for creators. It's the truth that happens to all of us. And I think the most important thing is to just be honest and say, okay, yeah, I'm having a dip. My energy is low. My mojo's low. My confidence is low. This happens. If you can be honest enough with yourself to say, okay, this is something that happens. I'm having a bad day. Good thing is we don't have a boss to be sitting on our shoulders and saying, be creative. So if it helps, take an afternoon off and go and paddle in the river with your dogs. That might be what I do sometimes. Take a flight of fancy, as I'm about to do with these glass eyes. I don't have any orders for people with really gorgeous unicorn eye type magical things. I probably won't make any things for sale with them. These will just be my fun flights of fancy. So yeah, sometimes run off and do just something creative. And sometimes you've just got to go, okay, I've got a ton of orders. I don't feel like it, but I'll do the thing that requires me to be the least creative. So that might involve, I'm looking here because I've got piles of bodies here. That might involve, like when I'm making my dogs, if I'm feeling less creative, I'll make the shape of the dog first, because that's the kind of easy but time consuming bit. And then the final touches, the flights of fancy, those are the bits that require the inspired Pam. So do what you have to do. Be kind to yourself. Take a break when you need it. Yeah, that's all I've got there. I hope it helps. Yeah. Thanks, Magdalena. Okay, guys, if you have any questions, comments, or anything, throw them in the chat just now. Let me know what you're thinking, if there's anything you're worried about, whatever. And if not, I will be heading off to get my tea pretty soon. Yeah, but I'll give you, as always, I'll give you a few minutes. We seem to have rattled through that super quick. And yeah, let me know. Oh, and of course, I have put links. Head over to Glass Eyes Online to tell them how much you love these super new eyes. I believe they're coming out in about a week's time. So hopefully you get some ideas. And the companies in America, they're the most wonderful people. As I say, I had done a video, done an interview with them. Lovely people and stunning work. So, oh, I've got to sneeze. No, it's gone. Yeah, so pop over, join their Facebook group, Glass Eyes Online, and just tell them how much you had a sneak peek and these things are looking stunning. I'm going to go and take some better pictures, better quality pictures. But yeah, guys, thank you all so much for joining me. I hope you have a fantastic week. Where did I put the screen to actually switch this thing off? But yeah, guys, thank you so much for joining. Wendy, I'll have to make big stuff to use the big eyes. I was thinking I don't have to go too big because they'll be cute if they're like little but with big eyes. I think that's cute, if that makes sense. So that's my thinking. Because it's still only 8mm is the biggest ones, which is not that big. So, oh, my camera is hunting to try and see this. So it's not totally massive. So I don't have to go super massive. But I think I'm excited. I know, I I can see in my head what this dragon's going to look like. I hope he works out. Um, oh, Queen Leonie. Did I say that right? I hope so. First time catching me live. It was lovely. Oh, thank you so much. You so want to start an Etsy shop? Just do it. Just get the good thing for all the bad things about Etsy that everybody says. The good thing about starting an Etsy shop is it's easy and it's pretty cheap. You can put up a listing for 20 cents. It's a huge learning curve, and that first listing you put up, unless you're amazing, which you probably are, way better than me, everyone's better than me, but it's a huge learning curve, and in your first week your sales are going to be rubbish. In your first month, in your first year, it's slow until eventually, and then it gets frighteningly, terrifyingly fast. And then you turn your back on it for a minute and it crashes again. It's a roller coaster. But for anyone, if you want to start selling your creativeness, start right now, because, well, what's the worst that could happen? No one buys. They're not buying already. But if you get started just now, a lot of the search engines like Google, and I'm flapping about eyes here, a lot of search engines like Google and Etsy seems to, they prefer things that have been about for a while and are still active. I mean, it takes Google several weeks to several months before it even indexes a new website, before it even sees your new page. So yeah, once you've been around for a wee while, everything starts to get easier just by the fact that you've been on the internet. You have authority. They go, oh, this isn't just some fly by night person. So just get started. Expect nothing. Open the shop. Go for it. Literally, yeah, you're probably going to be rubbish for a while. I was terrible, but get started. Wendy, you have a great week too. Magdalena, thank you. A blissful week. Thank you. I like the sound of that. And Magdalena, hit the like button for Pam. Thank you. Queen Leonie, I do indeed have a Facebook group. It's Pam Duthie's Crafted. Do we say Crafty Friends? Pam Duthie's Crafty Friends. Thank you, Wendy. Queen Pam. Hey, thank you. We can all be queens. Oh, what about shipping and all that stuff? Yeah, whatever you're making, box it up in a little box, take it down to the post office and ask them how much it would cost to ship it. That's I can't tell you all different countries. Perhaps other people can let us know, but in the UK, just Royal Mail, just the post office is really good, super helpful. You just go along and say, how much would this be to cost to send to places? You can set up and say you only want to send to your own country to start with, and then learn about what the shipping is to other countries. But generally, it's pretty easy. Wendy, Father's Day stuff to do. You have a great day, have a great week, and we will no doubt chat later. Shipping labels and postage. Better check out older YouTube posts. Oh, quick, you're in the UK. Right, awesome. Yeah. Right. Don't use shipping labels in the UK is the main thing I can say. I don't want to name any companies because I don't know, but there are companies that you can do online shipping labels. But the Etsy ones, when I tried them, didn't work. They work for some people, it depends on your post office, but the Etsy ones didn't work. So basically, when an order comes in, you can print out, or I just handwrite my labels. I just handwrite on a box, packages it up, and go down to the post office. My items are all a kind of similar weight, so they all cost similar amount to ship. So I just estimated a kind of average, added a bit for the packaging, and I just go and pay the post office, and it's super easy. Right, but yeah, that's what I do. But cool, yeah, I should probably make some videos on of what I do, because it's super easy. But yeah, the labels, don't use the Etsy shipping labels if you're in the UK, else you'll end up having to cry at the post office to make them take your items. Yeah, I do have a video on that. Anyway, okay, guys, thank you so much for hanging out. Queen Leonie, you are welcome. Thank you. Great to see you hanging out. Anyone who wants to pop over to Pam Duthie's Crafty Friends on Facebook and join in, we can all chat more there. I've got some hopefully awesome videos for next week coming out. And yeah, I'll see you next week. Thank you so much.